Hello, and my name's Tiery. I am joined by Lauren, and today we are going to read A Squash and a Squeeze. Before we start reading this wonderful book, I would like all of you to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. A Squash and a Squeeze by Julia Donaldson and Alex Scheffler. A little old lady lived by herself with a table and chairs and a jug on the shelf. Wise old man heard her grumble and grouse. There's not enough room in my house. Wise old man, won't you help me, please? My house is a squash and a squeeze.
Do you know what grouse means?
Yes. It's like complaining or...
So it's like grumbling, just complaining about the house. Right, okay.
Yeah. Take your hen, said the wise old man. Take my hen? What a curious plan. Well, the hen laid an egg on the fair side rug and flapped around, knocking over the jug.
So what type of egg did the hen lay?
A white one.
A white one. Do you want to show the camera?
I feel like this egg is going to have some damage done to it. The little old lady cried, "What shall I do? It was pokey for one and it's teensy for two. My nose has a tickle. There's no room to sneeze. My house is a squash and a squeeze." And she said, "Wise old man, won't you help me, please? My house is a squash and a squeeze."
Can you explain what pokey means?
Well, it's like little.
A little house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take your goat, said the wise old man. Take my goat? What a curious plan. Well, the goat chewed on the curtains and trotted on the egg, then sat to nibble on the table leg.
No questions.
No questions, but this is what the page looks like. The little old lady cried, "Glory be! It was Deanie for two and it's Titchy for three. The hen pecks the goat and the goat's got fleas. My house is a squash and a squeeze." And she said, "Wise old man, won't you help me, please? My house is a squash and a squeeze." If I was her, I would not be asking for that man's help anymore.
She used my line. She's had enough of his advice now.
Not right now, though. On the cover, it's like got a cow as well. I don't think we got.
Yeah, I don't think it's working anymore.
Okay, I already finished that page. That's why I was looking. I couldn't find my line. Take your pig, said the wise old man. Take my pig? What a curious plan. So she took her pig, who kept chasing the hen and raiding in the larder again and again.
So what does the term raiding in the larder mean?
So raiding means like searching and scattering and stuff. Larder is like a type of cabinet where you store food. It's like a fridge, but like
well
this.
Done.
More like a cupboard type thing
like
than a fridge. Yeah. Wait, what's a pantry?
A pantry's a larder. You know what larder means?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The little old lady cries, "Stop! I implore. It was Tinchy for three, now it's Teeny for four." Even the pig in the larder agrees. My house is a squash and a squeeze. And she said, "Wise old man, won't you help me, please?
Do you know what implore means in Tiery?
No, I actually don't.
So implore means to beg someone.
Okay. I guess you learn something new every day.
I looked at it.
Taking your cow, said the wise old man. Taking my cow? What a curious plan. Well, the cow took one look and charged straight at the pig and jumped on the table and tapped out a jig.
What does a jig look like? Do you want to show the camera?
Only if you do it with me.
No. That's not going to happen.
Excuse me, I direct the sentence in jig time. Let's go.
It's not jig time.
I want to see some jig
Where
time.
are we doing?
I'll be going.
I'm jigging for now.
I don't think a cow can have the moves that I have, but anyway.
Anyways, let's go. The little old lady cried, "Heavens alive! It was teeny for 4, now it's weeny for 5. I'm tearing my hair out. I'm down on my knees. My house is a squash and a squeeze." And she said, "Wise old man, won't you help me, please? My house is a squash and a squeeze." "Take them all out," said the wise old man. "But then I'll be back where I first began." She shooed out the goats. She shoved out the pig. My house is beginning to feel pretty big. She huffed and she puffed and she pushed the cow out. "Just look at my house. It's enormous now. Thank you, old man, for the work you have done. It was wincy for 5. It's gigantic for 1. There's no need to grumble. There's no need to grouse. There's plenty of room in my house."
Oh, that was nice. Do you know what the moral of that story is then?
It's not finished yet.
It's not finished yet.
Okay. And now she's full of frolics and fiddle-dee-dees. It isn't a squash and it isn't a squeeze. Yes, she's full of frolic and fiddle-dee-dees. It isn't a squash or a squeeze. Now it's finished.
Can you explain what frolics means?
Frolics means to party.
So it means when someone's excited and how they're moving their body. So what do you think the moral of that story was?
That you shouldn't complain about how big big or small your house is, and don't trust a random old man.
Yeah, I think you definitely shouldn't trust old men. So do you think that maybe she took what she had for granted, and then that old man taught her a lesson by filling her house up with more animals, and then when she had it to her own, then she started to be grateful for what she had before?
Maybe. Julia Donaldson and Alex Scheffler was also the creators of the Gruffalo, who created the squash and the squeeze that we were reading today. Remember to like, comment and subscribe. We'll be back with more books shortly. Bye.